Kaylee Jackson was a high school senior mere weeks away from graduation. She planned to go to Ohio State and dreamed of becoming a surgeon. All of that was cut short on April 27, 2018, her prom night. Kaylee, her boyfriend, and 2 others were headed to dinner before prom. On their way, the driver started veering right, then overcorrected, sending the car across the road, crashing through a fence and sideswiping a pole.
When we were about to wreck, and I looked over and saw like the pure horror in her face, and that's when I knew this is insane. Like, this is about to happen.
Kaylee and her boyfriend were thrown from the backseat of the car. Of the 4 teens in the vehicle, 3 survived. Kaylee did not.
When I was in the hospital, I just kept on thinking, like, let her just at least talk to me one more time. Like, say I love you one more time. Like, that's all I wanted.
I'm so thankful my son's here, but it also breaks my heart.
In the ICU, Kaylee's parents were faced with a heart-wrenching decision. Kaylee had become unresponsive. Her heart continued to beat only with the help of a respirator.
All of her close friends knew that she wanted to be an organ donor because she wanted to save as many lives as she could, whether it be saving them herself or being able to give a part of herself to save them.
You have to die in a certain manner in most situations that allow you to give the gift of life, especially when it comes to organ donation.
When someone's really healthy, it's amazing how many lives can be touched. You can give your lungs, and sometimes it could be both lungs to different people. You can give your liver, and sometimes you can actually split the liver and give it to 2 different folks. The liver should go to the sickest person on the waiting list. And then it goes the next sickest, and the next sickest, and the next sickest. It has nothing to do with how long you've been on the list, where you live, what kind of insurance you have. It's just purely based on the MELD score.
Kaylee's family was well aware of how organ donation can impact other lives. When Kaylee was little, her own grandfather had had 2 kidney transplants.
I know that we got 13 good years from somebody else's gift, and I hope that the gifts that Kaylee's giving would give somebody 13, 15, 20, 25 years, if not more.
Months later, the recipients of Kaylee's organs came together for the meeting of a lifetime.
It's just neat to be able to meet the people that Kaylee was able to touch.
Just really excited. I don't know. Not really words for it.
I can't imagine what the other parent had to go through, and so it's very emotional, and I feel grateful.
Hi.
Kaylee's liver was divided in 2, one part going to Yassine, who was just 2 years old at the time. The other half went to a loving grandmother, Veronica Richardson.
I got 75% of her liver, and I just want to thank you.
2 organs went to Jennifer Fons, a school teacher.
I got the kidney and the pancreas. Thank you.
So much. I feel like I have a duty to make her proud, and so I just thank you guys a lot for wanting to meet us, and it's a gift in itself, so thanks.
That tearful meeting isn't the end of Kaylee's story. To tell us the full impact of Kaylee's gifts is WLWT reporter Alexis Rogers.
Well, Kaylee Jackson gave 8 organs, saved 6 lives, and impacted more than 50 people, meaning with her tissue donations, things like that. So, I mean, she was a very healthy person, and that's why she was able to impact so many different people. One of the recipients is a teacher. You see her, Jen Fons, and she's all about high school students. And her students were getting ready to go to prom the same time that Kaylee was. And now her students, because they realized that Kaylee gave them the gift of keeping their beloved teacher, now many of her students are now signing up to be organ donors. So Kaylee has touched people that she had no idea she was even going to touch, and that's beautiful. At 17 years old, she was able to do that.
How did the meeting between the recipients come about?
The way it worked was that we had them in one room and all the recipients in the other. And at that point in time, the recipients still had no idea that Kaylee was their donor. And so as they're meeting each other, they're like looking at each other like, okay, so you have a part of the same donor as I do. And so that's a whole new family. And once they met, it was like, oh my gosh, we all have this insane, eclectic, familial sense to each other. And now we have actually gone home with some of those recipients to see how their lives have changed and how it changed other people. And there's so much emotion that goes into giving the gift of life, from the person who's giving the gift of life, from their family to the recipients. I can't tell you how many recipients that we talked to that had guilt and they had joy because they were living, but they knew that a tragedy had to happen in order to allow them to live. And all of a sudden you create this new norm of family. And if you look at that picture, I think it's amazing that it looks like the United Nations, all different people from all different places with one thing in common. And that's the fact that their lives got saved by someone who was gracious enough to think about them without even knowing them.
Can you talk a little about Kaylee's mother's reaction to meeting everybody?
I remember she asked me such an important question, and she said, Alexis, why now? Why do we have to do this right this minute, right now? She was just drained, the entire family just drained. They still understood that there was such a bigger purpose out there for this story and for Kaylee, and that Kaylee did not die in vain. Her favorite song was You Are My Sunshine. And that was the epitome of Kaylee. And they felt like this is what she would have wanted. She would have wanted her family to buckle up, be strong, and be someone else's sunshine at the end of the day.
In the months after Kaylee's family members got to meet the people she saved, Alexis Rogers caught up with some of the recipients to learn just how much their lives were and continue to be changed by Kaylee Jackson.
I asked her mom, is she like dance or love dance? Because after he got his liver, he loved dance. And she answered me, she said, yeah, she loved dance. Maybe he got it from her.
I am doing good, and I owe it all to her. I'm telling you, I think about her every day. She's in my prayers. She gave me a chance to fight and still be with my family and grandkids. I get to play with a brand new baby again, a newborn, so I'm blessed. If she wanted to save life, she saved mine.
Sometimes I just feel like maybe I have some of her energy and her want for life and to live and her happiness.
So we started the Kaylee Jackson Sunshine Memorial Fund because the first thought was I really wanted to do a scholarship at her high school. She was on the soccer team. She played freshman through junior year. It was actually the soccer team that decided to do the alumni game. It was actually also like a fundraiser. All the proceeds went to her scholarship fund. We raised over close to $800 just the first game. And I was able actually to give up the first scholarship last year. It was a student that was going into nursing. Kaylee and I, she started her first tattoo, planned on getting You Are My Sunshine and My Only Sunshine. And so obviously since we couldn't do that, my sister and I each got You Are My Sunshine. Each year, even 20 years from now, people will know Kaylee's story. So that's really important to me.
Are you an organ donor or recipient? Have situations like Kaylee's happened in your community? Tell us your stories and share them with the Facebook community in our group, Conversations from the Middle. I'm Alexandra Stone, and this was your Weekly Dispatch. Thanks for watching. Subscribe down below and like this video for more.